Oh boy, Jimmy Carson joining us here this morning. Jimmy, save us from this insanity. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. Just
good, man.
Hanging out with you guys.
Glad to have you here. It's always good to have another perspective here when I'm dealing with these two. Oh, wow, I've got a dual side eye on camera.
That was okay. We're just, it's nice to see you jump in here.
Oh, that's just my lazy eye.
You don't see eye to eye.
Jimmy is, of course, from Griffin Service, and we're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to play a little game?
I'm gonna play a little game.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
The saw voice didn't work out. How does this game work, Davey? The people are gonna pick a number from 1 to 22.
Right.
And when can they start throwing those numbers in the comments, and what happens with those numbers?
So Troy is going to tell us the top 5 people that put their numbers in comments. We're going to read those numbers. If they have the golden number, they can win a $50 gift card to St. Augie's Pizza. So one of the numbers between 1 and 22 is a golden number. If your number happens to be that, we're going to let you know that you won the prize. And there's a trivia question attached to each number that Jimmy's going to answer for us.
And Troy does not know the golden number, by the way.
No, he just has no idea.
Troy, so Troy's not rigging this game in any way. He does not know the golden number.
We needed the most innocent person in the room.
That's right.
Very demure. Very. All right, so Brittany, Nick, and Kelly, redo your numbers. Get ready. 3, 2, ready, go. Let's play the game. Go.
All right. Now, while we're waiting for some numbers, Jimmy, talk to me a little bit about your experience. You're a third-generation electrician, right?
Yes, sir. Well, I've been electrician this year of November would be 16 years.
Wow, man.
In the trade, in the electrical field. I got in the electrical field. I knew nothing. Was a helper, worked my way up all the way in the trade, and now I'm a operations manager for electrical. So, I mean, I've ran projects, hospitals, nursing homes, school projects, multifamily homes, condominiums. So I've kind of done it all.
Has this always been your trade, or have you had other trades too?
This has always been my trade.
Really?
This has always been my trade. The funny thing about it is when I went to college, my dad wanted me to be an electrical engineer. So in my labs, we was out in the field. It was hot. I'm fighting bugs. I'm fighting bees. I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this.
Yeah, nope.
I don't want to do this. Sure, it came back to me. So I went back and got in the trade, and I wouldn't do nothing else.
That's awesome.
Nice, man. 16 years.
Wow.
You mentioned you've worked in the school system before, and you actually led an energy efficiency project for the Hillsborough County School District?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What was that about?
So Skanska worked with a company called Minimize. Minimize was the company who funded the project. And what we were doing was going in all the schools inside Hillsborough County, changing out the lighting systems and the HVAC systems to make it more energy efficient. And so it was 182 schools in the district. Out of the 182 schools in the district, I've probably done about maybe 40 to 60 of them.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, work day, work night, majority of the nighttime. We would go in and change out all the lights in the nighttime, and then when school cranked back up, we'll be out of there. In the summertime, we would do all the HVAC work, chillers, outside air units, RTUs, and we just change all that stuff out.
That's awesome.
So that was sounds like it was a big money saver for Hillsborough County.
Yes. That's over awesome. The years, I guess with the Minimize company, they said, hey, well, you guys will save, X amount of dollars within, 25 years. And out of the 25 years of all the savings, we will collect that. So it was a pretty big project for them.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Jimmy, I'm sure you've seen some crazy things on the road, though. Like, have you seen, people trying to do, their own air conditioner units and trying to do, their own things? And they're like, I need to get Jimmy on my side to help me out through this.
How many in the Toolman Tailors have you run into in this
I have ran into so much, I'll say, handyman work.
God bless you, yeah.
Really bad, because they don't understand the National Electrical Code. So they just do it their way, right? If you've never been trained, you've never been taught, you've never been to school, you're just going to put it together the way Davey showed you how to put it together.
I know, right? Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
a terrible idea.
No, it's actually true. Yeah. He's speaking truth.
That's called the DeLand School of Electric. All right, so have you ever really zapped yourself really good?
Absolutely, yes. So I zapped myself. It was on a Friday. I was actually at a high school called HB Plant, where it was in the summertime, and we had put the wrong type of disconnects on. We put general duty. We were supposed to put heavy duty. So I had one disconnect to put up, and it was Friday late. I'm like, I'm just gonna go put it up. My crew was going to another school, and it's 480 volt. And so
I feel you. I got a story.
So when I go to the school, I have to run down the janitors, right? And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna run down the janitor. I'm a professional. I'm gonna get on the roof. I'm gonna change it out. So I get on the roof, and it's about 4 o'clock. And I'm taking my time. I'm taking off the line side, which is the power coming in from the breaker, and I'm putting the wiring on each conductor. And I got them all. I got all 3 phases off, and I'm pulling the disconnect off, right? One by one, I'm pulling the wires from out of this disconnect. And the last one, when I was pulling it out of the KO, it hit the side of the KO. The wire nut came off, and it hit me so hard, it like jolted my whole body. Like I just.
Ooh.
And I stepped back for a second, and I'm like, I'm sweating really bad.
Yeah.
I'm looking around on the roof to make sure no one sees me skid. Electrocuted, right? And I'm like, I better go find this janitor so I can get this power cut off.
Yeah.
So I went and found the janitor, cut the power off, and put it together, and got out of there. But yeah, I've been hit by 480.
And that's the type of mistake you make once and never make again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Jeez.
It was 1992. There used to be ball fields where Francis Field was. All right. And we were working on the ball fields, and you have to change the timers. We used to have it where you can just go in, you can push a button and turn on the ball field lights. But you had to change the timer. And I either touched the 480 as I was changing the timer, or it arced, and it hit me so hard, it knocked me back. I kind of went out, and I woke up sitting on my ass on the ground with my feet, with my hands between my legs, and it burnt. Like my ears hurt, my belly button hurt, and my fillings were chalky.
Oh,
wow.
That's how hard it hit me. That's how hard it hit me. That's when you said 480. I was like, I got it.
This explains a lot.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
277 is worse, man. I was doing the Publix. We were doing a renovation in Publix, and at the time I was a foreman, and my superintendent was like, "Hey, I want you to start getting these bathrooms together. Start demoing out the bathroom." So I'm like, "All right." And Publix, they have 25. 15 to 20 panels, man, and they're all over the place, right? And I'm like, I'm not going to cut the breaker off. I'm gonna work it live. And I get up inside the acoustical ceiling, and I'm sitting on all this steel, and I grab the MC to pull it out of a can light, and they didn't put a bushing inside of it. They're called redhead bushings. Okay, they didn't put a bushing inside of it, and when I pulled it out, it hit me. I felt it. It hit me. It came through my arm, came across my chest, and it blew a hole out of my.
Wow!
You
can see this, man.
It blew a hole out of the palm of my hand.
You're like Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
Did you become a mutant after that? Did you get superpowers after this?
Wow!
Jeez! Wow, man. All right. Well, for everybody who picked numbers, we're going to start reading those off. Why don't you read the first one fifth, Troy? And
what number do we
all
got?
of these numbers correspond to a question.
All right. So I'm just picking any 5 at random, right? Or
yes,
you want me to go down the list?
Yeah.
As they go?
Well, yeah.
Pete, make the rule.
Go ahead. I got like 12 here.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. Just go for it.
Yeah.
I can't give you any insight.
I'm gonna go with Nick's number 13.
Number 13. Where should GFCI outlets be installed in my home?
The GFC outlet should be installed anywhere a wet location is. Bathroom, outside,
Like a kitchen, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kitchen area, bathrooms, outside. So anywhere a wet location is, that's where you're going to have your GFCI protection.
What is GFCI?
Ground fault current interrupter.
What does that mean?
It means so the contact between an energized conductor and a ground or grounded piece of equipment.
Okay, awesome. All right.
All right.
let's
Not the magic number 13.
No, it's not
golden
it,
number.
Nick. Sorry.
All right. And I don't know what the magic number is.
No,
so-
good.
Right,
I'm glad you don't know
the magic
that.
number
Let's go with Joy 19.
Number 19. Do you have ground bridge for your low voltage equipment?
Yes, you should have a ground bridge for all your low volt equipment. In newer homes, they have a low voltage panel that's connected to the grounding bridge outside. So whenever you take a surge or anything, you always wanted to go back to ground.
Okay.
So that grounding bridge outside sends everything back to earth. So
Nice.
Okay. All right. Also not the golden number.
Oh, joy.
All right. Heather put in like 94 numbers, so I can't even.
Okay. Okay. One number. Sorry, Heather.
Let's go with K number 10.
K number 10. Why is an automatic backup generator better than a portable generator?
this is the reason why.
Great question.
Because a backup generator, when it senses utility, it's 3 to 5 seconds before it cuts on, right? So when you take a utility loss, whether it's from a storm or utility, right? That generator is going to kick on within 3 to 5 seconds. Versus a portable generator, you have to get the generator,
Right.
lug it outside.
Yeah.
You have to put your cord in the generator, plug it up to the interlock kit, go on the inside, cut the main breaker on, cut it off, cut on the generator, and then have it run.
And mine is louder than a sonic boom. It's ridiculous. Like, how are your generators? Are they loud? Are they quiet?
So the standard standby home generators, Generac, your Generac 22 kW, the 24 kW, 26 kW, they all run off of 3,800 RPMs. So that's going to be your typical. It's loud, but not that loud.
yeah, this is too much. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But you can have them come on where it's like a soft start. You won't hear it when it does its exercise. So you can have it programmed to come on to where you won't even hear the generator crank up.
Wow, that's awesome.
When it's gonna pull a load, obviously it's gonna get louder.
Yeah.
But when it's not pulling a load, it's not gonna be loud.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I got to tell you, Ned used to have these backup generators installed in his house. And I mean,
Oh,
unlucky
nice.
for him, that's where everybody went during storms.
Yeah, right.
I mean, there was
yeah.
a party at Ned's house during
Yeah.
storms.
Smart.
because
I mean, I would want that too.
And it was almost instantaneous.
Yes.
You know, power goes out, this thing's on, power's back.
Seems like a way
And
of
you're
life here in
protected through
Florida.
the storm.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Troy, give us two more here.
All right, let's go with Barbara Jean 14.
Number 14. I'm in the house hunting process. What should I be looking for? Asking about when it comes to the home's electrical.
The things I would look for, the first thing I would look for is my panel. Like, I'm going to go to my panel. I'm going to look at that panel and see, like, you know, even if I don't know electrical, I don't know what I'm looking at, but you can tell age, right? You know when something is old, right?
Right.
So that's, you know, because that's the heart of the house, right?
Yeah.
That panel.
And if you have to replace that, pretty penny, right?
I mean, it
Can you
get
negotiate
expensive.
it maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could get expensive. It just depending on the size you have, right?
Gotcha.
But that's the first thing I'm going to take a look at. A lot of homeowners don't really know what they're looking at, but they know age. They know how, you know, if it's old, right? You know when something looks old. So that's the first thing I would definitely take a look at.
All right. Very good.
All right, last one.
Last one. Let's go with Keely 17.
Number 17.
17.
How old is your ground system?
Well, it's funny that we're talking about a grounding system. I was actually looking up some information on last Friday about grounding, and from the Bureau, more than half of the homes today were built in the 1970s. So if your house was built in the 1970s, that means your grounding system is obsolete because the code changes every 4 years, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So when I found that, I'm like, holy crap. This is I didn't know that half of the homes in the world today was built in the 1970s. So that means all the grounding system is obsolete. The panels are all obsolete, right? So that was a pretty interesting fact for me, and it came from the U.S. Consensus Bureau. So
Would that show up on like a 5 points inspection, like when you do the inspection for a house, and like it would say, hey, you're going to have to upgrade for your insurance purposes? Because I know I've had that happen. I've sold a house and it's like, okay, you're going to have to upgrade your system. So Get an inspection is basically what I'm saying.
Correct. Yes. So you want to, and when you get an inspector, you always want to purchase your own inspector, right? You don't want to kind of utilize someone else's inspector, right?
Right.
So get your own inspector, man, and have them go through and give you a thorough, inspection on your whole, electrical system.
Right. Good tips. And everything we talked about today, Griffin can help with, correct?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And 17 was our golden number, by the way.
gosh,
so
Keely!
Keely is taking that home. So
Awesome.
congratulations, Keely.
Head on over to St. Augie's Pizza. They're ready for you, boo. Congratulations,
Very
Keely.
cool.
That's awesome.
Jimmy Carson, thank you so much for hanging out with us, man. This was
Appreciate
fun.
it, fun.
And we
Hey, man,
appreciate
thank you
the
guys for having
knowledge.
me.
And if anybody have questions, they can call you guys down at Griffin. Can they speak to
Absolutely.
you directly?
Absolutely. So yes,
Cool.
If they call, they can I give out my cell phone number?
If you want
sir.
to.
Yes.
If you want
Give it out
to.
twice.
Okay, all right. So if you guys want to reach me, my work cell phone number is 904-495-1245. Once again, my cell phone number is 904-495-1245. If you have any questions, just give me a call, and Griffin is here to help.
Awesome. Jimmy, thank you
Jimmy,
so much,
appreciate it,
man.
man.
This
Thank
was
you,
fun.
sir.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Great
Good
job.
stuff. Good
So
stuff.
fun. Yeah.
The backup generator, that's a big deal, especially during storm season. It really, really is.
Yeah, I'm going to save my pennies for that. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really is the best
Then
thing
you don't have to
can
worry about it. Just
Then you have that emergency shut off, and you're safe, and you don't have to worry about fumes coming in. I
Yep.
mean, it's
Yeah, man.
killing your dog in the garage.
That's, you
God
definitely
bless.
don't want to kill the
Real
dog in the
thing.
garage.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.